Tonight, we'll bring you all the latest from Ukraine and Russia. Also on the program, we'll bring you the current news for this Friday. We have the royal latest, and there's a surprise for the end of the show.
ITV Evening News with Owen Shreves.
Dear, my name is Owen Shreves. Tonight we'll bring you all the latest from Ukraine and Russia as the war is still carrying on. But no one knows when it will be over. As you films the daily bombs MENTS near Kyiv. Here is the latest.
It starts with a few speckles of white light. Then it grows. This is what we saw looking northwest across the city last night. Showers of white light which continued for several minutes. Experts who've analysed our footage say what we saw lighting up the encircled suburbs were the burning bombs known as white phosphorus, a substance which causes horrific injuries. It's not banned, but attacks that cause disproportionate damage to civilians are. As the curfew ended, we went closer to the front line and found it was moving closer to us. Destroyed buildings marked the spot where a soldier was killed earlier this week.
Була збита ракета, на уламки які упали і загинув наш побратим. І до сих пір йде, кожен ранок йдуть обстріли, днем йдуть обстріли.
Our home was still smouldering. Hours early, woken by a series of booms, half a dozen reminders. What's been to the centre of the town should turn around. They acknowledge that the methods being used might be turning even more sinister. Can you share with us any evidence that you might have seen of potential Russian war crimes?
How much of an evidence of the war crime you want to see when you have civilians killed? Over 300 children been injured and killed.
Of it, and yet there is no evidence that Russia is much closer to taking the capital. Rohit Kachru, News at 10, Kyiv.
And you can get that at itv.com/news. And we saw it is really dark in the studio today. There is a problem with a light, but we're trying to sort out the light issues as soon as possible. And more on the Ukraine and Russia news. itv.com/news. Now with an on the PQO boss limits breaking UK law when second through but says there was no other way. Here is the latest.
It's a Hubble flight. Peter Hebblethwaite, do you have any regrets about sacking staff, sir? The chief executive of P&O came armed with an apology. MPs barely gave him the chance to make it. The company's behaviour has caused outrage. The first question set the tone.
Are you in this mess because you don't know what you're doing, or are you just a shameless criminal?
Before I answer that question, can I start, please, with an apology to the seafarers that were affected on Thursday last week, an apology to their families.
P&O fired almost 800 crew without warning last week and is hiring cheaper agency workers to replace them. The company should have consulted staff and unions in advance, but didn't. MPs wanted to know if P&O had knowingly broken the law.
I completely hold our hands up, our hands up, that we did choose not to consult.
That's quite amazing, isn't it? You're coming to this parliament and putting your hands up and saying you willfully chose to break the law.
We did not believe that there was any other way.
Said the average P&O crew member was earning £36,000 a year before they were sacked.
We did not believe that there was any other way to do this.
No
We
other way
are
than to break
compensating
the law.
people in full.
Peter Hebblethwaite said the average P&O crew member was earning £36,000 a year before they were sacked and will receive agency recruit, which we calculate means they'll earn around basic salary is £325,000 a year before bonuses.
Maybe take a pay cut.
In Dover, some watched Hebblethwaite give action to halve its wage bill.
Anyways, that is sheer arrogance.
P&O wants to get sailing again, but its ships must pass safety inspections first, and 7 of them remain stuck in port. In Dover's Western Dock, agency staff have been training to use the national waters away by companies in Jersey on contracts issued in Jersey to work on vessels that were registered in the Bahamas, Bermuda and Cyprus. Peter Hebblethwaite admits P&O broke UK laws, but we don't know to what degree the company is bound by them. He told MPs that some P&O customers have cancelled bookings, but he says the company now has a chance of survival. Joel Hills, News at 10.
Yeah, you can get all the news, you can get all the latest and current news on itv.com/news. And we want to apologise that we did so Mighty, who is our director, he was in the diary, he caused the video bashing, so I'm really sorry, the video was caused, but we told Mighty he can't do it again, I'm really sorry about that. Okay, on to the royal news. Prince William and Kate leave Jamaica for a difficult couple. Here is the latest.
Peter Hebblethwaite, do you...
So about that. Oh, here we go.
Recreating some iconic images of royal visits past might be a perfect way to mark a tour which is celebrating the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. So, at a passing out parade today in Kingston in his tropical uniform, Prince William joined Kate in the back of a Land Rover that his grandparents had used before. The Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh here did the same in 1994 and even used it in the 1960s, but given the debate about the monarchy's role in Jamaica, it has also served as a vivid reminder of Britain's colonial past. And it was to the darkest chapter of that past that William addressed in a speech here Britain's role in the trafficking of hundreds of thousands of slaves to these islands.
I strongly agree with my father, the Prince of Wales, who said in Barbados last year that the appalling atrocity of slavery forever stains our history. I want to express my profound sorrow. Slavery was abhorrent, and it should never have happened.
This has not been an easy visit. Protests about slavery, but also about becoming a republic and removing the Queen as head of state. Jamaica had the largest number of slaves in the whole of what was the British West Indies. Emancipation Park in Kingston is where they celebrate the moment of freedom. Visitors to the park this morning told us they want more than just a speech.
It's good to say it. It's good to come out and say it. But following up on, on the words then you can start in small ways. Start with your circle, start doing things to show that you don't really support that. It's a different time.
In the Caribbean, food and the also.
Yeah, man, because we have this system down a different realm. The campaigning for reparations there told me they thought William and Kate's visit was tone deaf, but then they were never going to welcome members of the royal family. For some, tradition is to be celebrated. For others, it's a reminder they want to move on. Chris Ship News at 10 in the Bahamas.
Thank you, Chris Ship, for our latest and into all the royal latest at itv.com/news. Okay, time for the strange news for this week. So on Friday we love the strange news. So the strange news is, what have we done with your old coffee case? Some people are turning it into a fun ride. How fun is that? You can know about itv.com/news. Okay. Before we go, we did say we got a big surprise for the end of the show. So tomorrow is a special day. Can we guess what's tomorrow? Tomorrow is my birthday. Thank you so much for all your messages. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's been amazing. Thank you so much for wishing me our birthday. It's not till tomorrow, but tomorrow is my birthday. I'll be 17 years old, so I can't wait. And I'm looking forward to my birthday. I'm looking forward to my birthday. So may I love your birthday. And it's not till tomorrow, so yes. Birthday! Woo! Birthday!